wishes to gather the scions and honor the fallen Minbrita. As Minbrita was a native of Sharlayan, I feel it's only fitting we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? Nope. It is a monument found at Rathfrost and is sacred to Thaliak, garden deity of the City of Learning. There we shall pray for our dear friend's soul and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal. Okay. I'll just go by myself then? With what they've brought the kid into. Why is it right next to the dragon that hates us? I don't like that.
Forgive me, Moonbreeder. Had I been quicker or wiser, but I was not, and you paid the price. But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it.
Would she? I feel like Moon would be like a little comforting first, not like...
We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
A corpse would have been quicker. Oh no! Come to be a jerk?
For death.
Yup.
After exchange.
Okay, alright, you can leave. Bye. We didn't invite you to the funeral.
Other bargains will be struck.
Okay, dude. You obviously do not understand the concept of funeral. Can you leave? It just shows up to be like, serves her right. Ah, and then teleports away. Back to the Rising Stones. Alright. Yippee! Though we said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished all but little. Forgive me, as an antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for the others to lean upon. Girl, you're like the Leaning Tower of Pisa! That's your job? That was her job, to be pillar of strength. Okay, that was... Alright. I believe the grief we feel now is precious in our own way and not to be lightly swept aside. Do you not agree, girl? I would have agreed more if we would have been like, hey, let's wait a bit until we can have like a funeral and also have Ariane with us, because it's kind of like important for him to socialize. But no, he's gonna be cooped up and he's going nonverbal. That's what's gonna happen. The home stretch. Yippee! Just ask if a dagger has been thrown. Yes. 'Tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. The battles we have fought have taken the lives of so many. Louisois, Moonbrita, our fellows at the Waking Sands. What are their names, Minfilia? Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, girl. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness. Oh, no, I'm like privately recording this and broadcasting it. You are my pillar of strength, and I fear I shall have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come. Minfilia, I am so sorry to let you know I'm here because I get paid. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on towards the light of a new day. Ooh, spooky text. Wait, you get paid? Yeah, she gave me some rocks from her pocket. Didn't she see? She was like, oops, she's dead. See? She's gonna give me $6.58. Have a moment, girl. I believed Ida wished a word with you. I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles. She has not been herself since Minbrida's passing, and my heart aches to see her so downcast. Yeah, it's been, like, we just had the funeral an hour ago. Ida's not back to herself. We had the funeral. We should be moved on now, guys. The funeral was 3 months ago at that time. Ah. Hey, it's girl! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's just hard, you know? Thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this. Okay, so 3 months, got it. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. The trouble is, I find Rowena a bit difficult at the best of times, and, well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I can't face it at the moment. I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here. See, that's doable. I can do that. That's rational. I can do that. Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Wrathfrost. Okay, I know he's doing the depression sit, but he's... You know, every time you go to a restaurant and they've got like the really high seats, that's me. This is me every time I'm at one of these, alright? Don't judge the man. God, what a weak chin. Hand over the payment to Rowena. Okay, so she's on the other side of here. What can I do for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Wait, there's... Canonically Eldritch? Like Eldritch? I thought it was just Void. Ah, they got you running errands now. Them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzea to the bleeding market. Fine use of your time, that is. Seriously, though, you best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking out the chocobo stables next. Anyways, what was it you were here to pick up? The moon daisy, was it? Here, then, take it. And tell that Ida lass I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock if she ever decides to replace her dowdy old mask of hers. Gods know she needs to. As a crafter, she is evil? I think she's great. She's awesome so far. Alright. Hello, Ida. Rowena can be so annoying. She will not take no for an answer. Every time I visit her, she insists I replace my visor with something more fashionable. And when I tell her I like it just fine the way it is, she says it again, and then again, and then again. It drives me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room full of rats. And rats drive me crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They locked me in a room. A rubber room with rats in it. And rats make me crazy. Crazy? What I mean to say is I really appreciate you doing this for me. So anyway, let's see it. Isn't it kind of weird to be doing Menfina stuff on the other one that's for like the book god? Why are we doing moon god stuff when okay. Moonbrida loved these things, you know? I hope that somewhere, somehow, she knows I'm still thinking of her. Do we get force ghosts in this game?
I'll never forget you, Moon. None of us will.
I've got a great idea. Ida, let's summon Moonbrida as a primal.
Your song riseth to a crescendo.
Okay, bud.
No, God! No, God,
right,
please,
bye.
no! 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 No!
I think we should primal Moonbrida. Oh, wait, was he just saying that he had just like the screaming?
Midgardsoner really
Wait,
knows how
is
to
that
kill
the
the
dragon
moon.
screaming? Oh, let's go! It's time for the
Is that what
dragons!
I think it is?
Hello, can you hear me?
Oh my god, you learned how to use the link pearls, Alpha No. That's
Received
good and
grave
bad.
Tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Okay. Pray return. Oh, we're both running. Okay, so I'll be there when, like, we're gonna have cutscene transition, right? We were running down the mountain. We were running down... Why couldn't you just take me all the way there? Alphino, okay. Now you know about the link pearl, so that means everything that could have been a link pearl is now going to be a link pearl, right? Instead of meeting in person, right, Alphino? You're definitely not going to be like, I need you to come here immediately, right, Alphino? My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Minbrida's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt. He didn't even come to the funeral! Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthos will soon arrive, and we must hasten to hear her report. Awaits the arrival of the Ishgardian envoy. Okay. The envoy is here. Oh, good! Please be... Oh, okay. Well, you're cool. I thank you for receiving me at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I would forego the usual pleasantries, if I may. Certainly. You come with news of the Jovenians? Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon and thereafter. Sir Aymeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. The beasts were ultimately forced to retreat. Our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many. We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravenians renew their assault. You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do. Though it pricks our pride, it is plain we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Aymeric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Kurthos at once. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling the unrest in Ul'dah must take precedence. Okay. It is with such contingencies in mind that I must make another request. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are known for sharing close ties with all three of the grand companies of Eorzea. Would you consent to plead our case to their leaders? I think they're gonna be like... I will gladly appeal to the grand companies on your behalf. I dare not promise a favorable reply. Yeah, we tried talking about you and they were, yeah. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can well imagine how our plea will be received. But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations and have them present your request directly to the heads of the grand companies. That better not be me, Minfilia. In the event that your plea does receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured, I will speak with Sir Aymeric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement. You faced Midgardsormr and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. He took my pop rocks. Thank you. You wear the mantle of Hero well. Oh, thanks. You're so nice. 'Twould seem the roads lead us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, girl. I don't want to. Tell me, where is Gandalf? He's now an invisible baby dragon that only I can see. And Sir Aymeric goes, I see that the passing of your comrade has inflicted much to your psyche. Uh-oh. Wait, where are they attacking the blue? That guy was wearing blue. Oh. Iceheart. Oh, she's using the sex appeal technique.
The sons must answer for their father's misdeeds.
Hey, the dragon said that to her. Oh, not Shiva again.
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise
Oh, she's doing the dragon call.
in the chorus! The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
So we just call each other sinners? Is that how this works? No, you're the heretic. What do we do when the heretics claim that, like, they're not the heretics and that you're the heretic? Always has been, yup. Alright, well, now to go and get yapped at by Alphino. It would seem I was the swifter girl. You too, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about camp tell of some manner of trouble at the gates of judgment. In the Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot. Okay, we're gonna just, okay, okay. Alphino, I think it's a bad idea to be like, oh, there's something horrible happening. Like, we've heard, like, there's news about something bad, and instead of getting more information, we're deciding to just go into the middle of it? When I laid eyes upon Lady Iceheart, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Oh, okay. Well. Oh no, this one's gone septic. Heretic scum, how dare they meddle in our divine protections? I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one. Alright, go off, bestie. We need not fret overmuch. There are several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine. Oh no! He's concerned about his mom! It's my mama's birthday. Happy birthday, Emmy Mom! The gates of judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards, as if our first line of defense can be so easily shattered. Yeah, that seems like a bad. I agree. Twould seem heretics struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies, we chanced to hear that there had been trouble at the gates and thought it prudent to investigate the cause. Yeah, just the two of us, in, like, going into a very... Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Iceheart led a force of her followers against her defenders and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. But let us speak more of this back at camp. Sir Aymeric awaits you. Yippee! Yeah, Alphina's gonna just, like, freeze his little butt off. That's what's happening currently. Okay. Lady Iceheart has grown bold indeed if she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid and return to Camp Dragonhead. Lord Horsefart will know where Sir Aymeric means to receive us. Yippee! I get to go back! We came all this way, and now we're just gonna go right back. Yeah, see? Lord Horsefart. Horsefart. It's reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters upon the very brink of disaster. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. Actually, I did. The Lord Commander has arrived and would treat you in the intercessory. Are you sad that I'm gonna go and talk? Come on. Make those muscles shine. Keep it up. Let's go. Where's the intercessories? Wait, where's the intercessor? What? Where's the intercessory? Oh, over here. Thank you. God, this place kind of sucks, though. Can you imagine if you had to go to the bathroom at night? Because, like, I think this is the type of place that, like, when you go to, like, a campsite and they have, like, the building that you can sleep in, but the toilets are in a completely different building. So when you start, like, it's, like, the middle of the night and you need to go pee, and so you have to go out into the snow. And they have the outhouses. Yeah, right? Have you seen bathrooms anywhere? I see pottery. Greetings, madam. Shall I show you inside? Yes, please. Alphino, can you sit down, please? You're horribly rude. Oh my god. Hi, Aymeric. You're very pretty. I thank you for coming with such haste and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, but we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphino, I think it is more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian! Finally! So many people have name-dropped this... So many people have name-dropped this guy. They're like, what about Estinian? What about Estinian? I don't know who Estinian is! Oh, look at that. He's got a shiny, big lance. May I present to you Ashgard's Azure Dragoon? An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of the dragons and must thus contend with any Dravinian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. Wait, he has dragon power? So you are the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fares sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. 'Twould seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravinians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Oh. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Does he like to eat roots? Aye, there are many scars on our walls, bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to... Okay, the trophy Haldrath plucked from the best worm skulls, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. Okay, you're proud of your son. We get it. Thank you. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded by at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But though stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics, the dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravinian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Should we be getting this, classified information when we have, secret dragon grandpa with us? Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms, they who spend centuries in slumber only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. Me was streaming, yep. It's been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Ads! Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen to fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. As a weakness the Dravinians are not like to leave untested. It would seem you have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot wonder at your candor. Why share such secret, sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the upcoming battle against the dragons. Oh, okay. Well, front line. Okay. Whew, yeah. This much as I expected, unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravinia. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger and would most Most would return to their lairs in Dravinia. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthos would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Guardian's arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Kurthos. They would not even have to draw steel. Haha, you have to help us. An Imperial province sharing a border with Mordona, 7 hells. Very well, we will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. God. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar, he got schooled so hard just now. Allow me, Sir Aymeric. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Needhog's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. I think that sounds like a conflict of interest. Fear not, I am in full control of my facilities, I assure you. Are you? And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Needhog's voice. Then the worm who roared? Was Needhog. Aye, he means to hurl his horde against Danafin's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt the worm has summoned his minions to war. Thug Senpai, thanks for the sub. Also, Azure, thank you for the gift sub too. Thank you. We're making our way through. Man. The way that this kid absolutely just fumbled these negotiations. Like, we could have had a decent, like, an agreement. We could have come up with something to, like, have things work out in our favor a little bit. He's only 16, right? Yeah, but he still thought that he had the rights to be like, why should we help you? When he should have known this. He should have known this. And instead of, so now he's like, every interaction he has with Aymeric's probably just being like, this kid, the entire time. Almost like you shouldn't make a 16-year-old as a political figure as something. I've been trying to handicap his every move. Everybody else says it's fine! Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. Sir Aymeric was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. No, really? You should have realized that the first time he schooled you, kid. One must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect the softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. You are making it worse, Alpha Note. Okay. Oh my god, this kid. Oh my god. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. This kid, he is still speaking like he's a Redditor. Oh my god. The way he's absolutely fumbled alliance starting with Aymeric, like just now. But he did no research coming into this. If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made and soon. Execute him. I would love to! Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the hill. Can't we link pearl her? Why? Okay, graduated at 14 from the fancy magic school. What was his major? Was it linguistics? Underwater basket weaving? Politics? It better not have been politics. If it was politics, that whole university needs to be reworked. You'll find out later. Majored in nepotism, pretty much. Definitely not public speaking. Nah, he fails at that. He fails at negotiations. Political sci. Poli-sci, of course. Yep, he went with the poli-sci. Not voiced. Oh, voiced? Graduated him just to get rid of him.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
I messed up. Also, Thancred's university, there is a lot of variance and quality of degrees within one university, just saying. What have you learned? Practically nothing.
This is all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
All those people.
Alphinaud is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail.
He's only
If
right because he
Ishgard
lost in the
falls,
discussion.
All of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
He's not right. He just came with his tail between his legs to be like, well,
Then
this
you
is what we
agree
got
that
offered.
We have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war.
Yep.
But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
We kind of have to. Because Alphinaud flubbed the negotiation so bad.
The path we now embark upon is perilous. But I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Bouquet.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Like, Alphinaud being like doing the political discussions and stuff should already be aware of like the pros and cons of each region and like what could happen if one went under for another thing. Like, he should already be aware of this if this is the kind of position he's in. He should be doing research on this. So as soon as we got there and saw the Dravinian thing, he should have been a knower. Uh-oh. 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 Uh-oh.